actually.
Now over there, you can press play and shit. And the blooper reel gets deleted.
Did you already press play?
Yeah.
I hope you did.
We're good.
All right.
Yeah, so tell me about why you like Good Kid, M.A.A.d City.
Good Kid, M.A.A.d City, man. I can't really say that I'm like a hip hop head or that I like listen to a lot of rap or that I did throughout my, I guess, childhood and life. There was like always like great singles and shit, but I never really listened to albums because who the fuck listened to albums when they were like fucking, I don't know, 12. But you just don't understand the concept of an album.
Yeah.
I feel until you're older. But Good Kid, M.A.A.d City. It's because it's a concept album in rap that is done very, very well, in my opinion, with all the skits and all that stuff. Like it very much flows well, and that it's hard to find a good concept album first of all, and then a concept album in rap is that's kind of special, at least to me.
Do you think that the album is more for hip hop people, more for everybody? Is it?
I think it has a very wide appeal, more than it is for like people who are like deep into, yo, bro, let me hear your bars and shit like that. That shit, like, to me, that shit doesn't matter. It's like if there's a strong story behind it and there's a message, then fucking let it go. Because like Kanye, I mean, you can't really say that he's like a fucking lyrical genius, but he gets the message across more than anyone else. In my opinion, like it's very direct what he's saying, and you're like, oh shit, and just his fucking, I guess his egotistical delivery, very much full of himself, kind of just like puts it over the top. But yeah, what's the next question?
What do you feel that the album is accessible to everybody? Because I feel that album it's great in concept, but I look for concept albums. I like that in my music. So I don't know if it's necessarily something that even single wise, like Swimming Pool, would be something that they majority, but I don't feel the majority listen to the deeper cuts.
That's true. That's very true. Because you like Swimming Pools was interesting because that song popped off really before people even caught wind of the album.
Mm-hmm.
And some people I heard got like they were negative. They got negative give out negative reviews of the song and of him as an artist and all that shit after only listening to ADHD, and it's like, yo, like you have to listen to it within the album, like. But you need something for radio, and they chose that song, which is one of the hits, and then they also did the one with Drake on it. Which was that?
Poetic Justice.
Poetic Justice. They did Poetic Justice with Drake, and that's an other obvious hit. But even though those were like radio singles, it wasn't so much of a reach. Like if you listened throughout the entire album, you weren't like, it wasn't that obvious pop song, and you're just like, okay, let me not pay attention to that because it still fits within the story.
Well, it only fits within the story if you're familiar, if you listen to the album, but as a standalone track, it doesn't.
That's true. That's true. I guess people, as a standalone track, it's a very shallow song, really, because people just take it at face value as far as they're like, oh, this is not about like drinking and shit. And they're like, hey, doobies to the face and getting fucked up, like smoking and shit. So, yeah, you're right. I wouldn't say that as a single. It really like holds its ground against other things.
Mm-hmm.
Or as far as they're like, why would you want to listen to that song over all the stupid trap shit that's coming out?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna pick Migos Fight Night if that's on the radio. I'm gonna pick that over ADHD any day. Like at least like Migos Fight Night type of song instead of it, because it's like you're on the radio. That's what you're there for. It makes no sense to be listening to like kind of something that is not as that hype. Trap has raised the standard of hype, by the way. Which is fucking crazy.
Oh, I know.
It's fucking insane. But yeah, man, I fucking dig that album completely. Just because, I guess, since I never listened to a lot of classic rap, I listened to shit like NWA, I listened to shit to like Dr. Dre and Eminem.
Yeah.
But like I didn't really register those things as of my time because I was a fucking kid when they came out. So it's like I can't really get the gravity of what Eminem is saying to me because I'm not an adult. You know, there's a lot of shit you don't understand until you're grown. But Kendrick, that shit, like it was just basically like revisiting Compton. That's what it is. It's like hey, shit is still not good here. That's kind of the message behind the album. Is they're like hey, it's not just it's. I know it's not the '90s, but there's still bad shit happening. I guess.
So good.